Alrighty, I think we're good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jay's One Key Tournament, number 3. We are here with a pretty highly anticipated match. It's going to be SillyFangirl versus Dragon. SillyFangirl being a Mania veteran. I believe he's played in all 3 jokes, if I am correct. He's played Joke 1 and Joke 2, and making his reappearance in Joke 3. I'm Walmart5193. I will be the only person commentating in this booth for now, but I was not submitted any warm-ups by these players, so we can get underway with the rolls, I guess. And I believe SillyFangirl is the higher seed in this range by quite a wide margin. I think, if I'm correct, he's 4th or 3rd, somewhere in that range. By the way, SillyFangirl rolling at 97. SillyFangirl gonna get the first pick, as Dragon will be opting to go for the first ban. And Dragon going to knock out Turbo. Very interesting to knock out LN2. Probably not comfortable with that beginning burst, as well as the overall nature of having to transition in and out of those LNs as now we're going to see what SillyFangirl wants to ban. And SillyFangirl opting to ban SV. I'm unsure. Yeah, I believe SV is able to be banned. So with that underway, we can get underway with this match. And it is going to be Fangirl's first pick. And SillyFangirl will be going for Rice 1, so sticking to that. Sticking to the early Rice game here. Gonna go for Clara. As it looks like both players are ready. Here we go underway with Rice 1. As Dragon opting to put on Mirror for this. Unfortunately, one key is only one key, so you can't really mirror a singular key, but who knows? Maybe it will give Dragon the boost. As SillyFangirl already with a V2 double S, as this beginning is very tame, but slowly dropping down from Robot Land. As it's only about 2,000 points apart. This is a relatively short map. And as we get into this chart, Dragon with a 99.6, while SillyFangirl's at an astounding 99.93. But this is just the open. We still have 3/4 of this map to go. And things are starting to get a little bit closer now, as SillyFangirl does drop in a bit of accuracy. But as we continue forward Dragon climbing up their accuracy up to 99.7 as SillyFangirl is still in that 99.9 range. But here we go into the back half of this chart. SillyFangirl finding a couple 300s, but so does Dragon. So no harm, no foul in this situation. But SillyFangirl dropping down to 99.8 now. Still in their, still the ball is in their court as no one is bothering to find any form of mistake. I believe Dragon might have found a couple 200s, and yeah, they're starting to find a couple 200s. Oh, SillyFangirl finds a miss! Wait a second, this could throw the lead into Dragon's favor, as it does go into their favor, but they're just dropping a lot of 200s at this point. SillyFangirl, oh, Dragon trades it back! And that was a very wide margin, or that was a very big miss. Dragon dropping down to the 98, but climbing up to 99, but there is no time left. And SillyFangirl, it looked pretty dicey at the end, but SillyFangirl will be taking the first point of this match. But it was their pick, so nothing really to worry about, as it is Dragon's next pick. And Dragon gonna opt for LN1, so going to go for Lemon. Interesting that they banned Turbo, but then pick an LN map. But maybe not finding their comfort in Rice at the moment. Probably not wanting to press their luck with Play Poker nor Infinity Heaven. So we are going to see Lemon get the pick from Dragon, trying to look to tie things up at 1 apiece, while SillyFangirl is trying to look to capitalize off of a break point. Has nothing to really worry about in this beginning. As Dragon does get a rush of 300s on those LNs, that's going to give SillyFangirl a little bit of an advantage here into this more LN-oriented part of the chart. Just going to be the single 111 ppm LN streams here. And SillyFangirl still at the 99.9 range, as Dragon is not too far behind, 99.7. As we did see last round that SillyFangirl slipped up in Rice 1, but unfortunately Dragon did trade that miss back, which kind of canceled each other out, and with SillyFangirl having that accuracy advantage gave him the point. But we are getting into the back half of this chart now. Roughly two tenths of a difference between these two. Both players, I believe, on the V1 double S run. It's just Dragon did find those rushes of 300s on the earlier LMs. Or maybe they found little Seeker 200, but less than 5,000 points of difference. As we do get into this burst section, both players hitting it. As SillyFangirl does drop their accuracy down from the 99.9, but so did Dragon, dropping them down to that 99.6 range. As we only have roughly a sixth of the map left to go. SillyFangirl just cruising through this chart, almost 6,000 points, but anything could change in this ending part, as it's just going to be these LNs still. And wow, SillyFangirl 996, while Dragon with the 991, only getting 1-200, as both players getting an immaculate, like both players getting immaculate scores. 996.2 from SillyFangirl, 991.2 from Dragon, even with that 1-200, still getting the 990k, as SillyFangirl will be taking the break point on this pick. And now things are getting a bit risky, as SillyFangirl can capitalize off of this breakpoint and potentially make things match point situation. If I were SillyFangirl, go for a rice pick. Maybe go for something like poker. Just go for the other rice pick, or you can also press your luck and maybe go for Infinity Heaven. And yeah, we are gonna see play poker. A very short and sweet map. Going to try. But they're gonna try to just see if short and sweet does win the race here. There are lots of slip-ups in this chart, though. As you do have those very fast little 2-note doublets to hit, which I believe clock in at 360 if I'm not wrong. Or it could be just 180, but whatever. They're very fast doublets to hit, and they're scattered throughout this chart, like pretty much throughout the entire map. And you also have, I believe, some 6 tuplets to also hit as well. And especially with this map being at 180 BPM, very tricky. Could definitely catch you off guard with the finger switch as well. If you're one of the players who alternate fingers when it gets to this BPM, which I'm pretty sure is the mass majority of the players in this tournament. I don't think I've seen anyone single tap 180 unless they are inhuman. But actually, Dragon having the advantage. Oh, but Dragon misses on that stream, and SillyFangirl finding a drag of 200s as well, dragging that stream, as they actually were down to that 98 margin, but it was just Dragon finding the miss. But the accuracies were actually quite close, but now SillyFangirl is climbing up extraordinarily fast, and Dragon, there's not much map left to go for them, as it's a 32,000 point difference. I think if Dragon were to not get a miss, it would have been way closer. Mine would have been even in Dragon's field of range, depending on how many 200s they also picked up on the way with that miss. But Dragon finding a couple 100s as well. Not really gonna matter. SillyFangirl 981 even with that miss. Oh my. Wait, what? No, never mind. I am just going wild. Even with the 5 200s getting an insanely good score, and so did Dragon as well, getting 15 200s, sadly getting them all on that singular drop. But now things are getting a bit tricky for Dragon now. It is match point for SillyFangirl, but it is Dragon's pick. They could try to avoid the sweep and stay alive for another day. Best bet is to maybe go for something. Maybe you could go for Law Plus, or This Club Is Not For You. You want to catch your opponent off guard. I've seen already at SillyFangirl, even trying to play these fast 180s here. We saw in Play Poker. It is an opportunity. That is a window of opportunity. And Dragon's gonna actually go for Burnt Rice. That is also a decent pick, as it is one of our hybrids. And I think the only concern with this map is it's pretty much like what Play Poker was with those streams at the beginning. But I believe there are some more, I believe there are quadruplets instead of, or quadruplets, I have no clue how you pronounce them. But something along the lines of that, but here we go. And we are pretty much tied in this beginning section. Oh, Dragon finding a miss on that transition and getting a lot of bad judgments as well. As SillyFangirl is still unfazed at a 99.86. As things aren't looking good for Dragon coming out of this third of the map. But we still have lots of map to go. Things do get trickier on the ending part, and here we go with these stream sections at 150 with these LNs as well. Both players hitting them just fine. But SillyFangirl almost up to that, and now climbing up to that 99.9 range as Dragon misses again. That's just going to increase that lead for SillyFangirl. And Dragon still at the 98.4, going to probably close that lead in just a tiny bit. But here we go with these fast bursts. Oh, Dragon missing on one of them. And missing on another one. That is just going to increase that lead more for SillyFangirl, as they do actually collect a bit of 200s, but Dragon just continues to miss. And it's safe to say that SillyFangirl will be moving on to the round of 16, sweeping Dragon 4-0. Unfortunately, Dragon will be going to the losers bracket. I believe their opponent has not yet been decided. No, they will be versing Jackson in the losers bracket next week. As for SillyFangirl, they will be versing, I believe it's pronounced Adri or Audrey. I think it's Adri next week. But do not think this is a walk in the park for going up against Dragon. This is a seed. Despite their seeding being 29, they nearly stole a few points off of SillyFangirl, our fourth seed. But then again, congratulations to SillyFangirl for winning the match. They will be moving on to the round 16 as Dragon will still be in the tournament, but will just be down in the losers bracket fighting, and they're going to put one hell of an effort in the losers bracket. But for now, we can check out our schedule and see what is up. I think we're going to be rounding out the last three matches all at the same time, which is going to be at 18 UTC, where we are going to be seeing Bugs Life versus Corey, Brazil versus Mini 23, and Teasel versus Pluko, all at 18 UTC. So that's in about a couple hours from now. So take a little bit of a break because we are going to have a triple header in the next few hours. I'm Walmart5093. You've been watching Jay's One Key Tournament 3. We'll see you all later.